Let's talk about some of the things that Stefan Molyneux could do if he truly wanted to get back into the good favor, the good graces of those of us that were his fans many years ago. It was probably 2008, I believe, that I first started really getting into Stefan and listening to his podcasts. Read his book, Everyday Anarchy, sometime after that. And yeah, it's just, he was impressive back then. He was principled. Now, yeah, there were still issues. Yeah, he was narcissistic. He would cut people off rudely and, controlling the conversation. But it was his show, and you could kind of forgive him for being a little bit of a jerk in that way. And overall, he had so much great content that I thought, hey, it's worth it. This guy is doing great things for liberty. Why am I going to attack him or not listen to him just because maybe his tone is a little bit off, or he's not good, he's not empathetic, or that kind of thing. And so it was worth it. Followed him. Loved his stuff, appreciated how much he taught me about the philosophy of voluntaryism, about anarcho-capitalism, and overall I thought, yeah, this guy's great. He's one of the top guys. For a while, I'm even going to say he was probably the primary, most influential contemporary person in the area of voluntaryism, the area of anarcho-capitalism. He was the guy, and I loved him for it. So what can he do now that he has betrayed the philosophy of voluntarism by his, I saw one video years ago. He did this thing where evidently the masters had taken, their agents had taken some big guy, some big black guy that was trying to sell cigarettes one at a time or something like that, and they killed him for it, or they killed him because he resisted arrest, according to them. And Stefan was saying, well, but you can't just, you have to admit, there were people there in the stores that had to follow the rules and had to sell them by the pack. This guy can't just think he's going to go out and do free market stuff, that kind of thing. And we were just shocked. I'm like, wait, no, you didn't just say that, did you, Stefan? And sure enough, that's what he said. And so many people were taken aback, and they said, wait a minute, this was a principled free market guy, and how is he talking like this? This is complete ridiculousness. And so many of us decided, yeah, we're done with him at this point. And then we heard more. Then, of course, the video came out where he did his thing where he was singing the U.S. government song, "Oh, Say Can You See?" He did that whole thing and just completely, it was like he was systematically trying to get rid of the 3, 4, 5, 10,000 people that he had following him at that point. We're listening for every word he says, and he's showing us about voluntarism, and we were just so into it. He lost us. And we went away, and he traded us for 100,000 minarchists and people who were frustrated with the Republican Party in the United States, generally frustrated with the small government talking heads that are really all the same, and he offered a bit of a fresh voice to them. And so he got 100,000 followers. And then, I think maybe people thought he was morally bankrupt there as well. I don't know. But things started not going so well. And of course he wants the private company, YouTube, wants them to treat him like gold and feels entitled to being, not not kept down. Well, the truth is, it's their private company. It's a world government leftist kind of pro-state company. Well, of course they're not going to like people like me putting this video out. Of course I can't count on YouTube being out there for a long time. Of course this channel is going to go away. And all 7 of you followers, thank you so much for your loyalty and sticking with me. But yeah, it's going to go away in time. They're not going to put up with this. If it ever becomes powerful and effective, it's going to go away. And now, Stefan recently, I just watched it this morning, I think it's October 2nd or 3rd, a video that he put out, Stefan put out, about how woe be to him. Poor guy isn't able to make a living very well. He's just not making enough money, and he needs more people to donate, sounding very much like the evangelist who made his whole living by getting people to pay him to tell them what it is they want to hear and promise them salvation if they follow their thing. And it was straight out of the textbook of the whole evangelist. You know, we're doing the good work here, and we're trying to get so much done, and it's so difficult to do. And if we don't have your help, we're not going to be able to make it. Please dig deep and do whatever you... I mean, it was the same old beg, give me a donation, give me your tithing kind of thing, which was disgusting. In this video, he says, so please, I want your suggestions, I want your input. What is it that I can do to do better? And of course, I need your help. When he says help, he means that he needs our money. But he says help, so I'll go along with that. So here you go. Here's your help. Here are a few things that you could do to get yourself back on course and regain some of your true blue followership. Now, I'm going to tell you, this isn't going to be exactly what you want, because you're going to gain back some people, but I think what you really want aren't followers that are true blue. You don't want the true blue voluntarist, anarcho-capitalist people that have actually read Rothbard and Wagner and Hess and like really are into the deep intellectual part of the philosophy. I don't think that's who you want. I think you want the masses. The 3,000 of us that would be following you, or actually things have grown a lot, in part to you, large part to Larkin Rose, several other people. There's still not that many of us. There are 10, 15,000 true blue people who can really explain the full free market anarchist philosophy. You know, I don't really think you want to change what you're doing. I think what you want is to get more leftists and rightists to follow you and give you money each month so you can make a living doing what you love, which is being in front of the camera. I like it too. I'm an attention pig as well. Nothing wrong with that. I hope it works for you, but here's how you could do it. If you wanted to get back that core group, and that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to tell you how you can make the conservatives happy or the I don't know, the globalist kind of folks. I don't care how you make them happy. But here's how you get us back. Number one is you've got to apologize. You have to apologize for the things you've done that completely fly in the face of everything that you once preached about. You have to apologize. You have to explain what in the hell got into you that made you think that it made sense to sing the United States government's national anthem. You have to explain what you meant by the cigarette dude, why he shouldn't be able to operate in a free market, and why it was kind of justifiable that the cops went after him. You're going to have to explain away why you did that. And when I say explain away, you either have to provide a good explanation for why you did this horrible mess up, or you have to admit that it was a mess up. And you have to say, I was scared, I wanted more followers, whatever your reasoning was. You're going to have to admit it. And long story short, you're going to have to explain it and or apologize so that we can look at it critically and say, okay, I get it. Dude messed up. He apologized. We can move on. So that's number one, apologizing. Number two is going to have to be a complete reversal of your statist path and a move toward principled, unwavering voluntarism. And I'm not talking about the kind that Rothbard went for toward the end, where, well, it's okay to kind of be part of the state if you think you can change it, and, well, it's going to do a little bit of good. No. I'm talking true blue, Karl Wagner, Larkin Rose type unwavering voluntarism. And you're going to have to come out with that message and not couch it, not apologize for it, but explain it. As you explain things so well, you're going to have to explain why that is the correct principled position for a libertarian. You're going to have to explain that. So those are two things. Apologize, fix your crap, get back on the right path. And then I would also add that spreading our philosophy, it's great when you can make a living doing it. That's wonderful. I hope you're able to find a way to do that. But also know that there are a lot of people out there, millions of people, billions of people probably over the course of humanity, that have believed strongly in something. And maybe those things are things I agree with, some of them I don't. But whatever it is, they believe strongly. And they've gone out and they've done missionary work of whatever sort. They've proselytized to others, what it is that they believe in, what they believe is right. And they've worked so hard for that. And they've put in so many hours of blood, sweat, and tears, so many dollars, so many lost opportunities. And I appreciate their efforts. I appreciate you if you do this, even when you're not making money. But I think kind of realizing that you don't always get to make a comfortable living by telling the truth to people, especially when people are not really interested in the truth. And it's sad, and I wish every voluntarist evangelist could make huge money and could support themselves on it. But even the contemporary best guy at it, Larkin Rose, he can't do it either. I wish you could, but it's not everybody can. So acknowledging that and saying, okay, I need to get out of this for 5 or 10 years, go and start a business, make some money, sell it, and then I can live the rest of my life doing what my passion is. That would be an idea that could be helpful to you. But apologize, fix your path, be straight and true, and kind of acknowledge that maybe it ain't all about making money from doing what it is you're passionate about and what you believe is right. Good luck to you.